So this video is to make up for the fact that I forgot to record our meeting on Friday. And I'm just on our website, and really the part that I forgot to record was really kind of logistics and taking us through some of the future assignments. So just as a reminder, and I think I'm going to break this up into a couple of different recordings so it's easier for all of you to maybe handle. Just as a reminder, this is what our website looks like in navigating our website. So week 6 is already up there, and week 7 and 8 will probably go up soon. But we were on week 5, so you'll see that, as usual, it looks like there's a table of contents, and then you can navigate also using these little arrows. But just as a reminder, our semester project section includes all the assignments related to this semester project that we're working on, these Geoset profiles. Then there's all assignments, which includes every assignment, including the semester. These are all just duplicate assignments. So if you're worried that you haven't done them, you could always click Mark Reviewed, and I'll add Mark Reviewed for these as well. Okay. But if we go back to week 5, what I'm going to really do is really take you through the assignment that was due on the 28th, as well as talk a little bit about the assignment on 3/7. Okay. So if this is, and again, if you don't like the table of contents, remember that you click on the table of contents to maneuver through this. But if you maybe find the table of contents distracting, you could always just use these buttons. So our meeting is always the first link or the first page of the module. Then you could go to page 2, and these are the module objectives. After this module, students should be able to do these things. And then you click Mark Reviewed. And then if you go, here's the assigned readings. And this right here, the CBS report on the polio vaccine, you'll see that it was a PDF attachment. So it's already added up here. Okay. And then if you click on, and again, it looks like there's a lot of readings, but they're actually pretty short, and they're really approachable. Okay. So this is the first assignment. It's week number 5. It's in module week number 5. It's the project. It's due on the 28th. The title is Project Homework Number 1B, Getting Set Up on Google Sites. And what it is that, the first thing, it's always good practice to read over all the instructions before you do anything. So the purpose of the assignment is to get you acquainted with working in Google Sites. We would create a new page in our shared Google site. This new page will be the basis for Project Homework Number 2. So the skills that you're going to be practicing are these. But by now you've all been assigned to a Geoset. This assignment asks you to work in your teams to create and edit one page in your Google site. So you work as a team of 2 or 3 to create one page, but then you will actually submit, each individual in that team will submit this assignment individually, because it's going to give you a chance to tell me what you did, if there are issues that I should be that you're having problems within your group. So read over all the instructions in the assignment before you do anything. Decide within your groups which person should do what. Visit our class Google site. I'll visit that in a minute. If you're not already logged into your Google account, click Log into the site. And then all of this describes how to work in Google Sites. So we'll come back to these instructions. We'll have to flip back and forth. And then notice that it says once you're done and ready for grading, each team member should do the following. You should copy the full URL address of your new page, return to Blackboard, and click on this assignment, paste the URL in the Write Submission section. In other words, you click Write Submission. You will paste the URL here, and we'll do that in a minute. Okay. So I'm going to click on our Google Sites right now. I'm going to close out of these. They're just duplicates, and I'll explain in a minute. So here's our website. It's a good idea probably to click on, if I were you, probably bookmark this tab somewhere. Okay. And so you can always go back to it easily. Then I edited this first page, and there are a couple things. There's an option that says log into the site. If you're not logged into Google, you can click on this to log in. I know I'm already logged in because I can see this little pencil here that tells me that I can edit the site. Now, you could also use this to go to Blackboard and also the shared Google Drive that the drive I shared with all of you on, I think sometime last week. I don't remember what date. So for this assignment, you can see that the assignments are located here. These are pages that I'm actually editing. And then you'll see that there are geosets. So the geoset I've created is this one right here. It says Geoset 000, France, the United States, and New York. And I wrote for this semester, I need to apparently edit some of that sentence. And then I uploaded a map of France, the United States, as well as New York. Okay. And then there's a summary analysis section, references section, a geobasics. These three are actually going to be what you'll be editing for homework number 2, the country basics. Okay. But this page, you're setting up this page for homework number 2. So if you go back to the instructions, it says, okay, if you're not already logged into your Google account, click log into the site. So I'm going to go back to the home page. I'm going to click log into the site. And because I'm already logged in, it automatically brought me, oh, never mind. It'll bring me to a login page, but I'm logged in. That's why it showed me the page that it showed me. Okay. So I can just click edit since I know that I'm logged in. Now, what you're doing, if you're not, watch this video. I'm going to let you watch that video on your own. And so when you're logged into the page, there are a couple things. There are insert, pages, and themes. Okay? So each page the insert is really about inserting layouts, a table of contents, an image carousel, for example, maybe a placeholder, videos. Insert any of these things into the page. So for example, well, I'm not going to do that to the main page, but I'm going to go to my page. And if I go to my page, in fact, the instructions tell you to do that. Click the Pages tab, expand the Geosets. Okay. Expand the Geosets. And you'll see that the first page under the Geosets, that subpage, is the page I created for France. Okay? And now it looks like this because it's ready for editing. And then so if you want to see what you can do with this page, you can insert different things. And this is collapsible text. What collapsible text does is that you can add a title and then collapse it. Okay? And then you could add sheets, charts, map, YouTube. You can add an image carousel. So if you add an image carousel, you'd have to insert a series of images. And then it will kind of be a set that kind of goes through it. Okay? You can even insert, I think, an image carousel here, if I'm not mistaken. But I'll leave that alone for now. But the point of this assignment is to give you a chance to play with what you can do. And I'm going to correct this right now. Okay. And now, then go back to pages, and then instructions say, expand the geosets. One team member should duplicate my page. And then so what that means is you click on this, and you click duplicate page. When you click duplicate page, it'll give you an option to name it in some way. Okay? And then so you don't want to call it copy blah, blah, blah. I want you to name it in a very specific way. I want you to name it with the geoset number that you were assigned. Let's say this is going to be 4. And let's say instead of France, United States, and New York, it's, I don't know, Germany, Japan, and Virginia. And then you can click Done, and it will duplicate that page. And it duplicates it at the very bottom. And you can always just drag these pages in a different order, and you probably want to move it so it's in numeric order. Okay. So I'm just going to move it to past There you go. So it's G4. Okay. And then what you need to do, it looks exactly like my French page because I asked it to duplicate it. So what I want you to do then is play with it. First thing you're going to do is change the name on this. And so you're going to go back to saying, and I don't think Germany is GE. I'm pretty sure Japan is JP though. And Virginia is definitely VA. And then you just want to choose one team member has duplicated the page. Then the other team members, as you can see, this is how I want you to name it. The other team members should start editing that page so it reflects your geographic unit. And sort of maps and images, you can choose other things. Once you're done, and so you can edit this page any way you want. I would leave the summary analysis reference and geobasics because you want those things for the next homework. Okay? But after you're ready and when you're done, then the next thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to publish this page. And there are a couple of things I'm going to do right now. And this was from a previous video, so I'm going to delete that page. And then I'm going to click View, Publish, Review Changes, and Publish. And then you can see what changes have been made. Remember when I corrected that sentence in France? It's there. This is my new page. And then I'm going to click Publish. And it'll give that moment when it's publishing. And it returns it. Your site has been published successfully. You can click View from here, or you can always click up here and go View Published Site. And there's the published site. Okay? And so your home page, the Geosets, that was the newest page there, my original France page. Okay? And that's how you would publish the site. I'm going to go back. I'm going to show you a couple of other things. In terms of, you notice that my French site also has some subpages. Okay? And then so, if I wanted to create a subpage for this, I would just click on those buttons, click Add Subpage. First subpage. And I click Done, and now it automatically creates a subpage for that. So, to give you an idea of how the navigation works, you can see that there are my subpages for my French part. Now there's a subpage for here. Okay. So, the other things that are kind of notable, you can always preview what this site looks like on a laptop or a large screen, a tablet, and a phone. Okay. So you just go back. Now, I'm going to go back to my published site and fulfill and complete step 10, the last part of this assignment. You go to the published site, choose that page that you published, copy, Control-C in Windows, I'm not sure what it is in Mac. All you're doing is copying the URL of your page, click Write Submission, paste the URL. Okay. Now, and notice that it says return to Blackboard. Click on this assignment, paste the URL, report what you as an individual team member did. And then I could say, I was the one who duplicated the page. I also added Okay? And you could also use this to tell me if something is not going well in your team. Okay? And then you just submit the assignment. But before you do that, I'm going to show you how to make this link active so that when I click on your assignment to grade it, I can just click that link and go directly to the site. What you do is you select the entire link, highlight it, and you click Insert Edit Link. And then you just paste that link again. Okay, Control V in Windows. Choose Open in a new window. Insert. And now the link is an active link. The short way of doing that, so for example, I'm going to do that again. Select the entire link. You can also hit Control K and it'll bring up the same window. Okay. Same thing, choose in a blank. You choose in a blank so that it opens in a new screen because it works better in Blackboard. Click Insert. Okay. Then you click Submit the assignment. Okay. And you're done with the assignment.